Okay, I thought I would just do one more. I'm excited to do one more. Let's see what happens. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. I'm gonna mix them up. I'm shuffling, but let me do this. This is something I literally have never done. Just put the cards down and mix them all around. Never done that. It's the first time for everything. Now let's see what we got. Can't tell me this wasn't meant to be, whatever this is. Can't tell me this wasn't meant to be. I don't know what's about to happen at all. Let's see. Let's see what's happening. Knight of Swords reverse. The Nine of Swords. Okay. The Three of Swords. That's an awful lot of swords. Just saying. We're starting out with 13 swords. Somebody's intelligence is the death of them. Something that they know is going to be the death of them. 13 is death. All day long. Three of Swords is about deception. The Nine of Swords is like frustrations, fears, shame. Three of Swords can be betrayal. Something that someone knows about a betrayal, something that somebody knows about somebody's jealousy, somebody's hatred, somebody's broken heart, somebody's broken relationship, something that somebody knows is causing them, is slowly eating at them too, because the Knight of Swords in reverse is just not speedy movement. It is slow. It's the opposite of speedy. So something that somebody knows is just slowly eating away at them, to the point where it's causing them sleepless nights. It's causing them strife, pain. This looks painful. I don't know if this is like emotional pain, obviously mental pain, spiritual pain, who knows? Because, I mean, this is definitely hurting them, because they're definitely not sleeping. They're not at peace. They're not at rest. They can't have peace because of something that they know about somebody's deception, because they were jealous. They know something that somebody has done to someone out of jealousy. This is an older man, 52 years old, in their 50s. They're not sleeping. And this has been eating away at this person for years, clearly. 9 years. Or it's not going to stop. $12 years. They know about some type of deception. Let's just put that out there. This older man knows about someone's deception, and it's been eating away at him. It's hurting him. Now, I did that wild ass shuffle, so I'm going to leave these cards in the order that they are in just to see what comes out. Because Why not? Right? But anyway, wow, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything to stop this person, to help the other person, because it's the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So they didn't put in any work, which means that they didn't, I want to say that they didn't stop the person. So they knew that this person was jealous of the other person. They knew that this person was doing this just to break the other person's heart or to be malicious and vindictive and spiteful to the other person. And they didn't stop that person. Like, they could have put in the work. It might have been a little bit frustrating to deal with that person, but they could have put in the work to stop that person, to keep that, whatever this person was doing out of jealousy, to keep that person from hurting the other person, but they didn't. That's part of what's eating this person up. They didn't actually do anything to stop it. They basically took the position of, well, it's not my problem, not my business. But they were supposed to step in. That's probably also why they're in the Nine of Swords. It wasn't like they were obligated to step in. Obviously, they were not obligated to do it at all. But because they didn't, they're sitting here in the Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords in reverse, Three of Swords. They're brokenhearted. They have hurt themselves as well. Because they know what was done to this person wasn't right. Yeah. They might have been, the other person might have been putting in hard work to stagnate or stop a person in their life. And it says here, a situation in life. So there was a situation that this older man was supposed to step up and show his wisdom, show his life experience, and step up and do the right thing at the right time. And he chose not to do it. So he chose not to put in any work. He took more of a stance of, well, that don't got nothing to do with me. Even though he knew what was happening was wrong. Because he's an older man. So he's more wise about this. He's wise, or supposed to be. But he chose not to do anything. Frustrations is here again. It was a double-edged sword. Yeah, you can, and like I said, he was not obligated, obviously, right? You are not obligated to step up for anybody. However, can you really live with yourself? Can you live with yourself knowing that you're watching a person get beat down by 6 or 7 people, or however many people? Maybe 9 people. Maybe he watched 9 people jump on somebody. Maybe he watched 12 people jump on somebody, because that's 12 swords. Maybe he watched 12 people, or maybe it's 13 people jump on somebody, and he knew that that was unwarranted. He knew that this person didn't deserve it. But again, it was not his position to say. He didn't have to. But can you sit back and watch something unjust happen to somebody? This person thought that he could. He thought he could sit there and watch and didn't give a damn. But it's tearing him up. It's tearing him up. He could watch it. He did watch it. He watched it. He watched it all go down and didn't say a word. But that's the double-edged sword. Because If you can sit up and watch somebody get beat down, that's going to be in your memory. That's your dreams. As soon as you close your eyes, you're going to be seeing this before you go to sleep. You're going to be haunted by every single thing that you know has happened. And that's what this person is going through now. Frustration is here 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times. He is quite frustrated with the situation at hand and how it's played out. But that's the double-edged sword. It was a hollow victory. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to intervene. Victory for you, absolutely. But then when it comes down to it, can you really live with yourself? This person can't live with himself. He cannot live with what he's done. Five of Pentacles is in reverse. It has something to do with money. He knows that some people have done something, because Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. Some people have done, that's 10 Pentacles, that's 12 Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles in reverse, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. That's a lot of Pentacles that are in reverse, that were taken. He knows about people taking money from somebody. He knows about a lot of people who got over on somebody. And he can't live with himself about how terrible these people are. How they did this person absolutely wrong. That didn't even deserve it. Clearly, he can't live with himself because he knows this person doesn't deserve it. Because you don't feel all broke up like this. You're not all brokenhearted and frustrated. You're not all brokenhearted and frustrated over somebody who's a jackass jerk. If anything, you're like, yeah, that person deserves it. Like, you know, you're not all brokenhearted and toe up about that. You toe up because you know who they did this to, why they did it. Was because they were jealous. It was because they wanted to stop this person in their life. They didn't want this person to have a good life. And this person knows that. Because there's another sword here. That's 14 swords. But see, the 5 of Pentacles is in reverse because they were delaying everything. But he realizes that it doesn't have to be moving this slowly. That's also what's tearing him up. It's moving slowly because he's not doing anything to stop what's happening. It's moving slowly because of the fact that they're delaying it so that this person cannot have it. It's moving slowly because this person knows why it's moving slowly. This person knows why the Knight of Swords is in reverse. He knows why this money has not made it to this person. He knows exactly why this person hasn't gotten their money. But this is in reverse. It's in reverse. So I want to say that he wants to speed this up for this person. But coming in from the cold is also in reverse. So next card. I want to say he wants to speed it up for this person. And guess what? 6 of Pentacles. Raise in money or salary. He wants to tell this person, or he wants to tell someone about what's going on. Ooh. This is surrounding around a fake marriage. So Knight of Swords is in the reverse, but then the Six of Pentacles is right underneath it. The nine of Swords upright, and then the Hierophant in reverse. He knows that this was delayed because of some type of marriage, fake marriage, or some type of government contract or some type of contract that isn't legitimate. It's not real. The Hierophant is in reverse. What? Yeah. Yeah. They were lying. Seven of Cups in reverse. The betrayal was they were lying about some marriage contract that didn't actually exist. He must be the other party to this contract, and he knows it doesn't exist. And that's also why he cannot go, because I was going to say it's an unofficial situation. He can't go to the officials about it because he's a party to it. He is the other side of the contract. So he can't go say, oh, by the way, I feel so bad. But you're the one that is lying to them. Like, you're the one getting over. You're a part of this. So you're party to this. Yeah, he can't go tell. But he wants to. That's the double-edged sword as well. Because if he goes to tell, he's telling on himself. Double-edged sword. So at first, the Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. He's like, oh, I don't care. He's apathetic. It's not my problem, not my business. I'm just here to get paid. I'm just here to get this money. I'm here to get whatever out of the situation. And then he realizes that they're getting over on somebody who really doesn't deserve it. Someone who really deserves to have this money. Who would do the right thing and share the money, who would do the right thing with the money, not go out and get drunk, not go out and party in Vegas, not go out and buy bars and go to strip clubs and buy clothes just so they can go laugh and floss and point fingers and make everybody feel like they're less than them. Like, this person is going to share and create things and be a good person. But they took the money from this person. Remember, it's 12 Pentacles. They took a lot of money. 10 Pentacles is an abundance. This is 12 Pentacles. Like, this is more than enough money. Like, they stole a lot of money. They're going to prison. If he says something, everybody is going to prison. Because this is like 12 Pentacles. Like, 10 Pentacles is a legacy. This is 12 Pentacles. So this is legacy plus some more. Like, this is millions and millions of dollars. Like, they stole. Using a contract, an illegitimate or corrupt contract. Or working with an illegitimate or corrupt official. Or they stole an actual business. Because it doesn't have to be, millions and millions of dollars. It could be millions and millions of dollars of real estate in a trust. It could be millions and millions of dollars in a company that was given to someone and they stole the company from that person. Yeah, they didn't. The Seven of Cups is in reverse. They made whatever lies that they were telling look absolutely true. Because this is Seven of Cups in reverse. So this is illusions in reverse. And that's on top of the Three of Swords. They made whatever lies they were telling look absolutely legitimate and true, but they weren't legitimate. Because the Hierophant is in reverse. Everything they did was a scam. It was a flat out scam. Five of Swords in reverse. They didn't want this person to have the upper hand. They didn't want this person to have hope. They didn't want this person to have what they deserve, what was actually theirs. So they scammed and stole it using illegitimate lawyers, illegitimate contracts, illegitimate marriages, and probably all of these things at once to make this person look completely like this is not for them. This is for us. It's a weak person here. A King of Pentacles in reverse. Broke. This is probably this this illegitimate lawyer or official is the one who told them about it. This King of Pentacles in reverse is the one that told them about it and schemed with them on how to get it. They knew about it. This person knew about the whole thing. They got in touch with the older man and, you know, whoever else and told them about it. And they all schemed together on how to steal it, how to get it, without telling this person about it, without giving this person the opportunity, the upper hand, without giving this person the opportunity to speak for themselves, be present for themselves, be there for themselves, show their worthiness, show their principles, more, show who they are, show the fact that they could work for it. They would do the work for it. They took this from this person without allowing this person to actually do what's needed to obtain it. This person, quite frankly, didn't know a thing about it. They stole it before this person could ever know of it. That's also what is eating this old man up. Because they know they took this without this person ever knowing a thing about it. This person had not a chance of getting it. Because it started with a crooked corporate entity, a corporate official, a crooked lawyer or a crooked judge, or it started crooked at the top. Because it's 12 pentacles. So it's a lot of fucking money. Lots of money. That all of these men figured, this is probably a woman here. This is a woman they took it from. Very likely. Because it seems like a lot of men who were like, fuck this bitch. You're not gonna. No. No. All of this does not belong in the hands of a woman. We're not gonna allow this much money to go to this woman. No. Furthermore, these people are so greedy, it doesn't matter if it's man or woman. They were not going to allow this money to go out the front door. Period. This is probably, I don't know why this just hit me. or it just dawned on me, this person is probably the accountant. This person has been stealing out of this account way before. This person's been stealing out of this account for a long time. A long time. And now that the account is supposed to be off their books and in the hands of somebody else, they were like, nah, I can't let that go. This person's been living off of this, giving off of this, like showboating off of this. This person is poor and has been stealing this whole time. Ooh. So this scheme was because this person didn't want to get caught. He didn't want to be caught. Getting that money, getting that account off of his books means that that account is going to be audited. Every cent needs to be in there. If he's already been stealing it, he probably riled everybody up on the whole, we men and we can't let this bitch get it and da 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 da. But the reality is that he's been stealing off of it already for years. It's a lot of money already gone because he's been stealing it. So everybody he involved in this was just to get away with it. Because he don't want to go to jail for stealing. Ooh, that's also a double-edged sword. This is tricky. Because I feel like this Nine of Swords, this older man, is realizing it. That it's not just a betrayal of the person they stole the money out from under. It's also a betrayal of everybody that's included. Because this person just didn't want to go to jail. So he just took every single body else with him. Because regardless, somebody was going to audit that account. And that's where it's insanity. That's where the Seven of Cups, it doesn't matter what you try to make it look like. The point still remains is that it's not true. The point still remains, the truth is that there's plenty of money missing, regardless. So going out and finding the nearest fucking con artists, the nearest thieves, the nearest ex-convicts to do this whole scheme, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna end up in jail. Not only are you still gonna end up in jail because it's still gonna be audited. You can't stop an audit. You can kill that auditor and I guess what? There will be another one. Like, you can't stop an audit. They're going to ask questions. Where is property A? Where is property G? Where is property W? Where is this million? Where is $500,000? Where's $250,000? Where is this money? Why is check number this missing? Why is check number that missing? Why is there withdrawals on this day, this day, this day, this day? Why are there deposits going here and here and here and here? We want explanations. An audit is not concerned with some stupid documents. An audit is concerned with the truth. Why is there money coming from this account that you control going into this checking account? I don't want to see so-and-so signed it. I want reasons why this amount of money, why is $250,000? Why is $500,000? Why is $800,000? Why are 4 properties being given, signed over to so-and-so and so-and-so? He didn't want to have to answer those questions. The Nine of Swords knows this, that you don't have the upper hand. Just like the person they stole from, they were stealing the upper hand from, stealing the opportunity from, stealing from. They don't have the upper hand in this audit. This juicy. I said, oh, this juicy. Not yet. This is juicy. Because this is the outcome. Yeah. Yeah. Because when you start counting 250,000, 500,000, 800,000, yeah, you're already at 1.7. 4 properties gone. Are those commercial properties? What's the value on those properties? Because that could be 1.7 plus 4, plus 7, plus 8. Now you're at over 20 million missing. You can't keep doing that. And he realizes that. The King of Pentacles realized it. Like, holy shit. Yeah. Yeah. He thought for some reason that no one was going to come check for this account. That no one was going to actually ask, where's the money in this account? Where are the properties in this account? That, nah. you got to answer those questions, big dog. It is a woman. It is a woman. The Queen of Pentacles. It's a woman. Queen of Wands. Child. They wanted the Queen of Pentacles to look like somebody who... The Queen of Pentacles. They wanted the Queen of Pentacles to look like somebody who couldn't handle business. Fraud. 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 Because that's all she fucking do. Is handle business. The way she caressing that pentacle is her handling business. She's stroking that pentacle right now, thinking about what to do on her business. Which ledger she needs to open tomorrow. Like, let me review the accounts receivable. When was the last time I reviewed the accounts payable? Right. That's all she does is business. They lied, like this is on top of the Hierophant in reverse. They wanted the Queen of Pentacles to look like she didn't know what she was doing. They wanted the Queen of Pentacles to look like that she didn't know anything about business and what she was doing. All they told was some lies. The Nine of Wands is here, and I bet you that's because of the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords. This person needs to really evaluate, and that's probably why the Nine of Swords is here. This person really needs to evaluate what they plan on doing. How they plan on putting this together. Like, how do you plan on, because like I said, double-edged sword. You can't really tell, but you got to. This person is trying to figure out a way to get out of this. Ooh, wait a minute. This person is sick. This person is Nine of Swords. There's a lot of swords here. Because this person is mentally ill. And of course, you know, when you're mentally ill, like anxiety, you know, that could take a toll on your body. It says needing to take a step out of the situation, then you will see more clearly. This person wants to rest and heal. And he knows what they did was dead ass wrong. He knows that they basically did this whoever did this out of jealousy. Again, it could have been a King of Pentacles. Like, I don't want this female. Who is she? She gonna come in here and now be telling me how to do my job? Like that. Even though he been stealing the whole time. But either way, like, she gonna come in here and tell me how to do my job, and I've been the accountant for 50 years, and even though he been stealing the whole time, that. But he doesn't want a woman to be in charge. So took the opportunity away from this woman. And this isn't a woman who doesn't know what she's doing. She's fiery, she's positive, she's outspoken, she's business professional, she's business oriented, she's a boss. This King of Pentacles needs to relax and take a time out as well, because the Four of Swords is on top of him, to be honest. But I feel like the Nine of Swords is at this point as well, because this is 4 more swords, right? That's a lot of swords right here. That's 18 swords, 19 swords if you count the Justice. Justice has one in her hand too. This was moving slowly, but it's not going to be moving slowly no more. This isn't going to be moving slowly anymore. I'm looking again at the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And it says delays around money, but it's in reverse. There are no more delays. Somebody in the justice system sees what's happened, and they at everybody's neck. Yeah. It was moving slowly. Police finding out the truth in the matter, affecting the balance. The police have found out, the courts have found out that these legal documents, because it says legal documents or legal situation, they found out that these legal documents, the Hierophant in reverse, were all a lie. That's why the guy is sitting here in Nine of Swords, because he's eating himself up. He should have said something and he didn't. Now he's a part of it. Now you can't go run and tell, because now the cat's out of the bag. See, the thing about getting immunity, the thing about somebody believing you is when you do it before. Like, if you're going to go tell, you got to do it before they find out. If they have to find out on their own, you cannot then turn around and be like, oh, but I meant to come tell you. No, you didn't. Sir. Isn't this one of your accounts? Like, isn't this a checking account in your name, sir? This looks like a checking account in your name, sir. Like, you meant to come tell us about the $250,000 that was invested into your own account? When were you going to tell us about that? When were you going to tell us that you're living in one of the properties? When were you going to come tell us about that? You can't go tell. Not after they find out that the money is being deposited into your account, or they are watching you spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and you work at like TJ Maxx, or you have a job that doesn't pay you like that. Where are you getting all this money from? Or they're watching you do drugs all day and all night. You don't go to work, but you're constantly spending money. Like, where are you getting all this money from? And then they're tracing the deposits, and they're seeing the deposits go into your checking account, your cousin's checking account. So you're trying to wash the money. Yeah. You can't wash that money. You can't take $250,000 and move it into somebody's account that doesn't have a reason to have $250,000. There's no way to wash that. Now you just look like you're hiding it. Like you look like what it is. You're hiding it. Yeah, these people are all going down, 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 down. Well, that was interesting. I'm going to try to like move the cards around like that more often. What was that? This was wild. And it just, the cards laid out wild. Sword after sword after sword. It's, you knew better. While you were doing it, you knew better. That's what that is. You knew better. Because the Knight of Swords is the first card out. This flipped on accident. This is the Five of Pentacles again in reverse. This is over with. This is an air. If you flip it in reverse, it turns into an air sign. Talking, conversing. The tower's coming down. This is a change. Justice was upright and now it's in reverse. So it's a balance again. Like, excuse me, the Libra was upright. And now it's in reverse with the cards going in reverse. So things that were going just swimmingly while they were still in is now not going in that way. That's not going the way they planned it at all. Ace of Wands. The Trident. Oh, this is justice. This was the way it's supposed to play out. The Magician. Get out of here. This is also a 9. This was the way it was supposed to play out. I don't know why it was supposed to play out this way. Maybe the way it plays out, the Queen of Pentacles is seen in her correct light, in her correct character, in her correct position. I'm just trying to think of a positive for the Queen of Pentacles, because so far this has not been positive for the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. If anything, she's also the Nine of Wands in this situation where she's, you know, fighting a battle against a bunch of men who basically stole from her. They felt like she wasn't worthy for what belongs to her, because this was supposed to come to her. They stole it from underneath her so that she couldn't have it, because they thought that they were better off with her stuff. What belongs to her doesn't belong to her because she's a woman and we deserve it. And let's lie and fraud. And that also could be it too. They've shown who they truly are. Somebody asked me that one time. Somebody posed that dumbass question to me. He was like, we found out there was another insurance policy and, you know, so-and-so got the policy and it named such and such and they got the money. And do you think they should have given that person the money? My answer was yes. It does not belong to me. I don't care how I feel about X, Y, and Z. That doesn't belong to me. It belongs to them. I would give them what belongs to them and never talk to them again because I don't like them. But I don't steal from them because I don't like them. That you don't end up in prison, like, because you're talking about contracts. And when there's contracts, there's contract law, there's fraud. It has nothing to do with your past relationships and how you feel. It doesn't have anything to do with your jealousy, your envy, your greed, your period. It belongs to that person. You give it to that person. That's how that goes. Period. And that's my answer to that. I said I would give it to that person. And if you don't give it to that person, it shows who you truly are. And that's what I'm seeing here. These people stole from that person. They created fraudulent documentation, which is fraud. They did a lot of things that were illegal in order to steal from this person, effectively showing everybody in the justice system, everybody in this corporation, everybody involved in this situation, who they are. So while they were talking about the Queen of Pentacles isn't fit to do such and such and so and so, the Queen of Pentacles wasn't the one creating fraudulent documentation, fraudulent marriage contracts, stealing money and properties. You were. You're the one that was doing it. But you are saying that this person isn't qualified to have what belongs to them because of whatever reason. But then when all comes down to it, when it's all said and done, you don't deserve it. Wow. That is nuts. This is going to be interesting. This is, I mean, for whoever this is for, you know, the Queen of Pentacles is already the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands anyway. So regardless of anybody giving her what belongs to her, she was already in control of her life, in control of where she was going in her life and how she was seeing life. She's already positive, fiery, and outspoken. These are qualities of this person, regardless if she has money, millions and millions of dollars in a portfolio or not. She's still this anyway, so that's a positive. I kind of feel about that. That's terrible. That's really terrible. But those people are going to get what they got coming to them. You know, like I said, it shows who you are. It shows who you are. 5 of Wands. In this card, the light is being shed. The horns are being blown. It's over with. 13 too. This is over with. Almost like the Knight of Swords with wings on it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and upload this so you guys can enjoy this reading too. I'm kind of irritated. I guess it's because of the misogyny and the, you know, I don't want this person to have it. I think that this person doesn't deserve it because they're a woman, you know. Meanwhile, you're doing all of this, like, what makes you deserve it? You're doing all of this, like, I'm not going to keep droning on about it. Hopefully, you know, you enjoy this episode and come back for the next one, y'all. Bye.